Welcome to the Surrey Experience.
Welcome to episode 18 of the Surrey Experience. What's going on? How's everyone doing? I'm recording this podcast on the night of October 27th, 2016, and apparently racism is still very real because I made a little video about the little incident that happened in Abbotsford with the racist white supremacist guy, right? And I put it on Facebook and YouTube, and dude, you wouldn't believe some of the emails I got, man. I got 7 pieces of hate mail and 1 death threat, dude. I don't know if it's some little 12-year-old kid who's trolling me or some shit. Man, there were some pretty fucked up emails, dude. A couple of them weren't too bad. One was one person got mad because I said white people go tanning, which I didn't even think that was a big deal, you know? They're calling me racist. It's dude, what the fuck? What about that fucking guy, you know? I don't know, dude. I felt like I was being really mild. That was me being politically correct because I wanted to say a lot more shit than I actually did say. But I think I got my point across. So that dude who actually made the video, who was the victim of that racist tirade, he actually did an interview with Global News or some shit. I should pull that up 1 second. Okay, yeah. So if you haven't seen the article, it's man who recorded Abbotsford racist rant video felt anger and sadness during altercation. The lawyer who shot, he was a lawyer. The lawyer who shot and posted the video online of a racist altercation in an Abbotsford parking lot spoke out Monday about the highly intense interaction, saying he's never experienced such aggressive racism before. Ravi Dura, that's his name, however, says this is not the first time he's been a victim of racism in his life. This is not my first bout of racism, and it probably won't be the last either, Dura said. I think the difference this time was the aggression. I've never had anybody be that aggressive towards me, who I've never spoken to before in my life. In the video, which went viral over the weekend and is still generating reaction on social media, a man approaches Dura and throws a litany of racist slurs at him, calling him a packy and a camel-riding motherfucker. And he goes back to his truck and yells, "White power, motherfucker," while beating on his chest, before reapproaching Dura with his own phone to film himself hurling more insults. Throughout the video, Dura says nothing, only responding to the man by assuring him he was born in Canada when asked. There was nothing good that could have come if I had tried to say something, said Dura, who says being a father of 2 young boys was a part of the reason why he kept his cool. Yeah, see, I knew it. I knew this guy would be an older dude. Any guy in his 20s would have fucked this guy up. Yeah, he even writes, maybe if I was still in high school, it would have been different. Abbotsford police are now investigating the incident, which reportedly began when the man in question was being ticketed for parking in a reserved parking spot. Man, the cops ain't gonna do shit. Dura continues, people need to know that there are people like this out there, said Dura. If you don't get exposed to it, if you don't see it, then you tend to think it doesn't happen. So I want to expose this guy for what it is. Yeah, dude, racism is alive and well. I still deal with racism all the time, but a lot of people don't believe me, you know, because the racism here, especially in the Vancouver area, it's really mild, you know. I don't think the brown girls experience it too much, and little brown kids probably don't experience it, but any brown dude 16, 17, older, you know, we have to deal with that shit all the time. But it's always mild, though. The kind of racism I experience is, if I go to a bar and I, need to borrow a lighter, I usually have to ask, 3 or 4 people before my smoke gets lit. It's dude, I know you just used a lighter. There's no one standing near you, and you have a freshly lit cigarette in your fucking hand. Either you're Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and you lit that thing with your finger, or you're just a racist fuck. I experienced a lot of racism from white girls. White girls are either super liberal, hippie chicks, or they're just fucking racist assholes. There's no in between with white girls, you know. Let's see, what other racist shit have I dealt with? I don't know, just people not holding the elevator or holding the door. But that could be like, those people could just be assholes, you know? They don't necessarily have to be racist. The most racist shit I ever experienced in my life didn't even happen here. It happened when I went to Montreal. And this was like back like 8 years ago, right? So me and a couple of my boys, we went to Montreal when the UFC first went there. It was like in 2008 or some shit. It's when George St. Pierre and Matt Serra fought for the title the second time, right? So we're in Montreal, we're partying it up, we're having the best time ever, right? And we get all hungry and we go to this restaurant and we walk in and there's people all over the restaurant, right? There's still tables available, but there's people eating everywhere, right? Scattered. And we're like, yeah, we'll get a table for 4, please. And the lady's like, looking at us like, what the fuck, you know? And she's like, 1 second, right? She calls some motherfucking douchebag over, and then they're like whispering to each other and they're like, oh, sorry, the restaurant's full, we can't take any more people. It's like, dude, we see the fucking tables open, what the fuck? And there's like people walking in and we're like, dude, fuck these guys. And then at the end of the night, like we went out clubbing. When we came back, it was like 3 a.m. We taxied it to that restaurant. We like pissed on their doors and shit. So fucking stupid. Yeah, dude. Quebec is racist as fuck, man. We were out like downtown, and one of the like French guys there, he was a pretty cool guy. He was like, dude, whatever you guys do, make sure you stay in Montreal. Do not go anywhere else in Quebec. But yeah, man, the majority of people out here are awesome, man. They're not racist at all. Like the white people I work with are like cool as fuck. Every white person I know is cool as fuck. Even though I only know like 10 of them, but still. There's always going to be those couple of assholes. And that's in every race too. Because there's definitely some racist brown people out there. With all that said, I just want to tell like the 7 douchebags who sent me hate mail. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Please go and fuck yourselves. All right, enough of that depressing shit. Now just some good news. It's my birthday in a couple days, everyone. I'm turning the big 29. The last year of my 20s. But I still feel like 17 for some reason. 28 was a phenomenal year. I got a lot of shit accomplished. I did some traveling, stayed in like decent shape, stayed out of trouble for the most part. The only like problem I had with the law is when I got a 24-hour, and that was while I was sober too. Still fucking pissed about that. But all in all, man, it was a great year, and I hope 29 is even better. I actually had a buddy hit me up, right? He's like, should we go downtown for your birthday? It's like, dude, are you fucking retarded? I'm turning 29, not fucking 16, you know? I hate fucking guys that like celebrate their birthday, you know? If you want to like cut a cake and shit, I understand. But if you're like, it's like your 31st birthday and you're like going downtown, I don't know, dude. I don't fucking get it. Brown chicks are the worst though. When it's like a brown chick's birthday, they celebrate that shit for like 5 days in a row, man. It's like, it's your birthday, not your birth week, you fuck. I'm like reverse racist when it comes to brown chicks' birthdays. But yeah, man, I'm not going to do shit on my birthday. I'm going to put my phone on silent and I'm just going to turn off life for the day. The only thing I'm going to do on my birthday is make like my resolutions. That's like my only tradition I have. Like people do New Year's resolutions, which I find fucking like so stupid, man. Because everyone goes out on New Year's, everyone has a day off, and they just get shit-faced, annihilated. And then they wake up on January 1st hungover as fuck. But when it's your birthday, usually like it falls on a weekday more often than not, and then you have to go to work the next day, so you're probably not going to be hungover, which is the perfect time for resolutions. My plan on my birthday is to do shrooms, but my shroom guy's number is like no longer in service, so I gotta find someone else, and I'm running out of time. But if you've never done shrooms on your birthday, I highly recommend it. I don't do it to like trip out or hallucinate. I recommend it because, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but when you do shrooms and you're coming off of it, like you're coming off the high, it just puts like, it's really hard to explain unless you've done it, but it puts like life into perspective. Like everything just becomes clear, like what you should be focused on and what you shouldn't be focused on. And I know it sounds fucking retarded, but you got to try it, man. It's like getting a facial for your brain. So to my like 3 friends that actually listen to this podcast, please do not call me on my birthday, because if everything goes according to plan, I'll be like on fucking Jupiter that night. So, but yeah, man, I'm going to get to a couple of the reads for the week. I want to thank everyone again that's been sending in questions to the podcast. The email is thesurreyexperience@gmail.com. Send in your questions. I'll read them on air, and I will never, ever release your names. So I'm going to open up my email here, and I'm going to get to a couple of the questions right now. All right. Ultimatum. I'm 23 years old and I've been dating my girlfriend for the last 2 years. She is 3 years older than me and is about to turn 27. She's really, really hot and totally out of my league. Things have been getting pretty serious between us as I just met her parents a few months ago, and now her parents and her want me to pick a date ASAP. I've been avoiding the question ever since, and now my girlfriend has dropped the ultimatum on me. Either I marry her this summer or she is going to break up with me. I really like her and I'm super attracted to her, but I would prefer to wait a couple years before I got married. I'm in a dilemma as I'll probably never get a girl as hot as her. Do I pick a date or do I just let her go? I would really appreciate your help. Dude, listen to me. I want you to hear me loud and clear. Do not, I repeat, do fucking not get married. You're 23 years old, dude. Are you fucking retarded? There's no way in hell you're getting married that young, dude. Fuck her, man. I promise you, dude. If you get married at age 23, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. I don't care how hot this chick is. If you don't believe me, just go up to any brown dude that's been married for a couple years and tell him you're 23 years old and you're thinking about getting married. And if he doesn't backhand you in the fucking face, I will never record another podcast again. Dude, all my friends are married or on the verge of getting married. All my cousins are married. My fucking brother's married. I'm begging you, please do not make the same mistake as those guys did. It's all bullshit, dude. Trust me. Anytime you have to sign a contract for anything, that should be like the first red flag that something's fucked up. And this isn't just any contract. This is a contract that lasts for life. If you ever want to get out of the contract, which is totally in the realm of possibility, it's going to be like the biggest pain in the ass ever. Have you ever tried getting out of a cell phone contract? Imagine that like times a million. You're going to have to give away half of your shit to get out, and 50% of marriages end in divorce. So that's some pretty fucked up odds right there. Getting married, it's all fucking smoke and mirrors, man. All you see all over social media is the big parties and all the fucking hoopla. But what they don't show you is like 3 years down the road when you can't get a minute to yourself because this other person is just so far up your ass all the time. It's all a bunch of fucking bullshit, dude. Trust me. And it's all perpetrated by the wedding industrial complex. There's a fucking machine out there that's making millions of dollars a year because all these fucking idiots are getting married. They just hype it, dude. They make it like look like it's a cool thing to do on social media, and all these fucking stupid ass broads fall for it. Then they have to drag you in with them. Dude, you think like Pink Orchid or any of these wedding vendors are going to give a fuck about you when shit hits the fan? They're going to cash their check and move on to the next. They're not even remember who the fuck you are. Every fucking chick, I shouldn't say every chick, but majority of chicks, they want to be the center of attention. And they get to accomplish that with these stupid fucking Indian weddings, dude. They get to be like the main attraction for an entire week, but it's at the cost of your freedom. It just doesn't make any sense, man. You could do everything in a normal relationship that you can do in a marriage. There's absolutely no difference. Back in the day, they didn't allow premarital sex, right? So in that case, yeah, it made sense to get married. But now there's absolutely no difference in being married and being in a relationship. If anything, marriage is worse because there's so much other bullshit you have to deal with. Marriage, it just wasn't made for men, you know? It's not made for fucking guys. Think about it. You got to bankroll the whole fucking event, which like costs over $100,000. And trust me, my brother just got married, so I know it costs over $100,000 for sure. And then for some fucked up reason, you got to put up half your shit on the line. And in the highly likely event that shit goes awry, which happens in 50% of marriages, and even more often in people who get married in their 20s, their early 20s, everything you worked for, all that shit gets cut in half and gifted to this fucking broad. It just boggles my mind that any guy would fucking agree to this shit. And even though I'm talking all this shit, I know one day I'm eventually going to have to get married. I understand that, but I'm at least going to wait till like I'm losing some of my fucking hair. You know what I mean? The only time it ever makes sense to get married is if you had like a kid or something. Then, yeah, I could see why you would want to get married. But otherwise, it just doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. And dude, she's not out of your league, man. You can't think like that. You're 23 years old, dude. Do some sit-ups, get a new fucking haircut. You're in your prime, man. If anything, you're out of her fucking league. See, this is the problem with dating like older chicks, you know? It sounds cool in theory, but when they get to like their mid-20s, you know, mid to late 20s, They're all plotting and scheming to find a sucker to sign a contract with them, you know? And I don't blame them either, because for chicks, it's different, man. They can only have kids up to like a certain age. And after like 30s, it's hard for them to get married off. So I totally get where they're coming from. I get their perspective. But it's just like, it's not fucking worth it, man. And I'm not saying can this chick, dude. If you really like her, then like, you know, ask her to move in with you. Get a place with her, right? Live together for a couple years. Feel it out. That will give you like some sort of indication if she's the one for you. But don't just blindly jump into a fucking marriage because she gave you an ultimatum. This is your fucking life here, bro. You got to use your head a little bit more, all right? So if you want my honest advice, do not, I repeat, do not get married. Live it up in your 20s, follow your dreams, get your life figured out. Then when you're like 29, 30, find a girl and settle down a bit. Get married when you're like 35 and pop out a kid right away. And to be honest, this isn't just some fucking advice I made up. This is shit I've heard over and over and over again from married guys when there was like no women in the vicinity, man. This is shit married guys say. So yeah, dude, do not get married at age 23. And if she fucking sticks to the ultimatum, then tell her to go fuck herself. And if you do, for some fucked up reason, decide to get married at age 23, then please stop listening to my podcast because you're a fucking Nimrod. All right? I think that was good advice. I think I got time for a couple more here. All right, next question. All right, hey bro, good podcast you got going on. You sound like a good guy to ask advice from. Oh, thanks. So there's this girl I've been talking to for about a month. Solid, good looking, got her shit together, whatever. We've been out with mutual friends, but not ourselves. I know she was into me at first. I could tell she was making an effort, but I kind of fucked up, got busy with other shit, and guess I gave her the idea I wasn't interested. We've been out with mutual friends, not just us two. Each time I didn't focus on her enough, and that probably reinforced in her mind that I don't want to start anything with her. And now that I'm ready to make my move, I think she's lost interest. And fuck, I hope I didn't get myself in the friend zone. She called me homie the other day. So basically, how do you think I can get her back interested before I lose my chance? Thanks, man. I don't think you're in the friend zone, dude. Once a chick kind of like likes you, you know, that's always there. So what I would suggest is next time you guys go out, you know, with mutual friends or whatever, like if you guys go to a bar or a club or something, you know, let her get a couple drinks on her at like 10:30, 11 o'clock, you know, approach her and just, you know, just tell her fucking you want to be more than friends or ask her on a date. That's the key though. You want to ask at the perfect time. You don't want to ask too early in the night at like 8 because she's going to be too sober. You don't want to ask at like 1:30 or 2 because she's going to think you're like trying to get a booty call or something. So around 10:30, you know, it'll be like the peak of the night. She'll be like a couple shots in, buzzed up. So I would make my move at 10:30. I don't think you're in the friend zone. And if you are, then fuck it. You know, what's the worst that can happen? So next time you guys go out around 10:30, let her know how you feel. That's my advice. All right, I'll do one more question here. Hey man, I started watching your stuff on YouTube. It's fucking hilarious. Thanks, bro. I laugh every time I watch. Okay. I need your help, man. I have a mini crush on this brown chick at the gym. How do I approach her? I don't want her to think I am a creep. And we're at the gym, so I can't ask if she wants a drink. So how should I approach this, man? Thanks. Fuck, man, that's hard because talking to girls at the gym is like, especially the gyms in Surrey, like every fucking chick that goes to a gym in Surrey, they get eye fucked by every fucking dipper in there, you know? So that like totally inflates their ego, man. If a chick is like a 7 out of 10, you know, if she goes in that gym, she's like a 9 out of 10 because there's so many fucking dudes staring at her. And I don't know, dude. I wouldn't hit on her at the gym. I would like, fuck, that's tough, dude. Cause like, where are you gonna fucking see her? I don't know, dude. I would just wait till, you know, wait for the perfect moment. Wait till she's like exercising next to you or some shit and then make a move. You don't want to just approach her because odds are her ego is going to be highly inflated at that gym. So I would, I don't know, dude. I'd play it cool, man. You got to wait for the right time in that moment. And if that happens, that's cool. But if you ever see her outside of the gym, that's when you want to go for it. I don't know, man. My advice is play it cool. Because, you know, there's probably like 100 other perverts that have already been hitting on her. Holy shit. So many relationship questions this week. Since when did everyone in Surrey get so fucking pussy whipped? So yeah, man, I just want to wish everyone a happy Halloween. I know a lot of people are going to be going out this weekend. Just be careful, man. A lot of creeps come out on Halloween. And I'm not just talking about the guys. There's a lot of creepy chicks in their fucking slutty costumes, you know. So pour your own drinks, do your own drugs, and be careful, man. And if someone asks to borrow your lighter, no matter what race, gender, creed, sexual orientation they are, light that fucking smoke up for them, man. Because we are all together in this crazy fucking world. So that's my old Martin Luther King speech for the day. But have a good weekend, everyone. Be safe out there, and I'll talk to you guys next week.